Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Actually, the last video that I published yesterday, I was a little surprised because so many people watched it, and it's kind of motivating, especially because it was a programming video. So some of the very nerdy stuff, and people, yeah, kind of seem to like it. So I don't know. I was. Maybe I should do some more coding videos. I mean, I decided to just sit down here today again and code something for you, and maybe someone watches it, and it won't be a trading program. I want to do something else. It's more a information, but it might be useful. So if you open multiple positions, and this is what I want to do here, just to show you an example. Okay, there we are. So if you have multiple positions, like I do have here in DE40, and I might also have multiple positions in GBP US dollar, for example, multiple buy and sell positions, and also in Euro US dollar. Like in general, if you are a trader who has a lot of positions open at the same time, maybe some more for the German index, then you will see that it becomes kind of messy in this trade tab down here. So you have a lot of different positions, and maybe you want to manage each symbol by its own. So you want to know how much in profit is my DE40 right now. And you cannot really see this here on the first glance because all of these positions are combined, and you get the net sum down here. But maybe you want to have the values for DE40, Euro US dollar, and GBP US dollar separately. And this is something that I want to show you in this tutorial, or that was my idea, so to say. So we can just create a new program for this, and in the MetaTrader 5, you have this meta editor. I mean, you know this if you watched the previous video. And here I just want to create a new program, new expert advisor, and I can say next expert information panel, I don't know, something like this. And here I just want to write a information panel. And actually I did not work with this for quite a while, so I will have to look up one or two things. But yeah, as I said, maybe someone wants to watch this and learn something from it. So we will use a lot of different controls, or I don't know if it will be a lot of different controls, but some controls. And maybe we can use the controls library for this. So we will find the controls library somewhere here in the controls folder. And I want to include this. So we go include, and then I think we do have controls, and then I want to include panel, I think. Is it panel? No, it's dialog, MQH. And this dialog should give me access to some class, which is CApp dialog. And this is what I want to do. So at this point, if you are confused by object-oriented programming, you can just copy what I do here, and you will see what it does. If you want to dig deeper into the topic of object-oriented programming, and especially like the controls library or also the C-Trade class, you can check out the link in the description. I have a programming course for this pretty much. But what we can do is, with this dialog, we can create this dialog in the chart. So we can say main dialog as the name here. And then we can say sub window 0, and then we can add the coordinates where we want it to appear. Maybe like this. And in a second, I will show you what exactly this does. This is the great thing when you work with controls, because you can immediately see it in the chart. So I just compiled this program now, clicking on compile, and just added these 3 lines of code. And I should find it here now in my expert advisors. Wait, the name was information panel, right? Information panel. So if I find it and if I drag and drop it on my chart, we see nothing. Oh, we see something. Yeah, there's this dialog now. And this dialog, it pretty much, it has buttons, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't respond to the buttons. And this is because as by now, I just created this dialog. So we can see these are the coordinates. So I start in the 10 pixels to the right, 10 pixels down, which is here for X and Y. And then I have X2 and Y2. So X2 means I go from 10 pixels here, 200 more pixels to the right. And for Y, we have a height, so to say, of 300 pixels. So this is how you use these. I think the English word is constraints, right? Like the coordinates. I don't know. I heard this in some other programming tutorials. And now what we can do is we can say, I think we should say dialog run. This kind of gets it going and creates it. And then also we need to work with some more stuff here. I think we need the on chart event function here. Wait, what's the right signature here? L parameter, D parameter, S parameter. L parameter, I think double next, D param, and string, S parameter. So this function is used to react to chart events. And here you will see the dialog class has a chart event function also. So we just pass the parameters as we get them from the onChart event function. And we pass it to this dialog. So our dialog knows what's going on in the chart. And now you can see the dialog should be still here. Okay, it just crashed. Yeah, maybe I should add some more stuff here. Maybe dialog on dinit. Or is it just dinit? It's destroy, I think, what I want to use here. And then we create it again in the on init. So let me activate the program again if I find it. Information panel. So just activate it again in any chart. And now you can see we can drag it along. This is because I added the dialog on chart event function here in this on chart event handling function. So this on chart event function, like the purple one, the purple ones, the color code purple always means that it is it's part of the mql5 framework. So this one is a native event handling function, which is addressed or called by the MetaTrader 5 directly. And inside of this function, we then execute our own code, which is calling the chart event function for our dialog object here. The dialog object is on a global scale, so we can use it in any function. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, we pass all of these parameters, so the chart event function can work with it. And if we, for example, have a look at this chart event function, I can move my cursor here and press Alt and G on the keyboard. You can see this is the implementation of the function. It's confusing if you never really worked with these chart events, but you can see it's just checking the ID, so which specific chart event we have here, and then it's covering all of these events, and it's pretty much doing what it has to do to respond to these events in a correct way. So yeah, this is pretty much how we can get this dialog up and running, and you can see I can also make it smaller, or I can exit and it will disappear. But yeah, I want to keep it here. So this panel, for now, it doesn't really do a lot. But we can add more stuff to this panel. And maybe we should make it a little bit bigger. Maybe we should make it a little bit wider. Maybe 500 pixels wide. And now it should be bigger. And then I want to add some labels to it, maybe. So we get some actual information, right? So to add some labels, we use the C label class, which we have to include first. Controls, label, mqh. And you can see all of these controls are in this controls folder in the include folder. So you can just search for whatever you need and you can include it and then you can use it. So now, since we have access to the label.mqh file here, we can use this CLabel class and we can say, actually, we need multiple labels here. I think And then we have to update it from time to time because we don't really know how many labels we have, because we don't know how many of these different symbols we have. So what we can do is, let's just create a actually, wait, let me think for a second. Is the label the correct thing? Probably we should use a list view, but yeah, I will go with the label for now. So in our onTick function, we first of all want to have a loop, a simple for loop, where we loop through all of the symbols, and then we check how many symbols we have and how they look like, right? How the profit is. Okay, next thing is we can have to go through different symbols and add up the profits. For this reason, I want to go to the top of my program and create a class C symbol. Oh, wait, it has to be a class C symbol, and this should be an object. And then I want to say this has different, oh wait, like this, different variables. Like first one is symbol name, second one is the profit for this symbol. And then we also need the C array object, symbols, array where we can store all of our symbols in. And now back to the program here. Oh, and also we have to override the compare method here. Wait, how do I get this? C object. I want to override this because we will need to sort the list here, or this array. So we will have to override this compare function and add some logic to it. And here we want to list or sort or array by the name. So what I want to do is I want to say we compare the current object to this other object. So first of all, we have to say the other object is a C symbol object. It's this node. And then we have to say if other name is greater than this name, we want to return 1. Else if other name is smaller this name, we return -1, and otherwise we return 0, because in this case they are the same. And wait, I messed something up. Right, like this, I think. So we kind of typecast this to a C symbol object pointer. Okay, so now we should be good. I hope that I don't mess this up. And then here we say we want to have this C array with all of the symbols. Wait, did I create it already? Oh yeah, I want to create it here in the onTick. And now we can go ahead whenever we find a position. We can also use the C position info class, or is this too confusing? No, I mean, I'm working with objects here anyway. So we can go here in the trade folder, and here we also find the C position info class. So let's also include this. Position info.mqh. And we can use this to easily select and access position properties. So let's say C position info position, and then we can say if position select by ticket by position. I think like this. Hello. Select by index. Select by index I. So if we select something, we can now use this position object variable here to access the position properties of the currently selected position. And here we can get the position symbol first, but we want to check if, oh wait, we can say symbols sort. We have to sort this, otherwise we cannot really search in it. And then we want to check if symbols search first. So we search for this, for a object, or first of all, we have to create this object. C symbol is equal to new C symbol. And then we say symbol name is equal to position symbol. So we create a object variable of type C symbol. C symbol is the class that we created up here, which pretty much only holds these two variables. And then we said the name should be the symbol of the position that is currently selected. And then we can search for this symbol here. And if it's smaller than 0, we don't have it. And otherwise we do have it. So here we can say symbol search first. If we don't have it, we want to add it or insert it. Insert sort into this symbols array list here. So don't confuse these two variables. This one here, the symbols, is the C array object variable here, and the symbol is the C symbol variable. That's important to remember. So if we don't have it, we do it like this. And then we say symbols, or we update the symbol profit. Oh, wait, this has to be public, otherwise we cannot access it. And then we update the profit with the current position profit, like this. And that's pretty much it. So, and then on the next tick, before we, oh wait, no, we delete this anyways afterwards. Okay, so this should be good so far, but if we do have this symbol already, oh wait, we should maybe get the index. Search first. So we are searching for the specific symbol in our array list here. And if we find this symbol here somewhere in our list, we will get the index using this search first function. So if this index then is smaller than 0, it is not part of the list already. But if it is greater than 0, then it is part of the list. In this case, we don't really need this symbol here anymore, so we can delete it. And then we can make sure that we update the symbol value here, or this variable, and store the currently already existing symbol from the list in it. Because we found this at index, we found the symbol already in the list. Okay, in this case, we still update the profit, so we can kind of move this here, whoops, because we will do it no matter if we find an existing symbol, or if we store the new symbol in the symbols array. And yeah, then we just update this. So what we can do next is, let me print this quickly, or let me just add a print statement here, and print, let's say, the symbol profit and maybe the symbol name. So I know that the program is at least doing anything, because so far I don't really know if I made any mistakes or something. So let's wait for a tick. And yeah, you can see we do post all of the profits and symbols here. So far this kind of seems to work. So of course I don't just want to print it here, but instead, after we did all of this, we now want to add some labels to our dialog. So what we have to do is, after we updated our symbols here, and then we want to loop through this symbols array. Symbols total -1, I minus. So we just loop through this array. The loop is always the same, kind of. It's pretty similar to what we do here with the positions most of the time, but in this case, we just loop through this array instead of the positions. And then we get the different symbol pointers here from this symbols array. So at index I, we get the symbol, and then, yeah, let me print this for now to see if we get the updated profit, symbol profit. So here we should now get the sum. And yeah, this seems to work. So we only get 3 messages here. And I don't know, this looks right to me so far. So yeah, I think it's fine. We can add this to the dialog. So now instead of doing this, we want to create labels and add it to the dialog. Label. Oh, wait, this has to be a. This has to be a. A pointer, otherwise it will die really quickly if the function terminates. So we create a new C label here. Label like this. And now we say label hello. Can I please use this label now? Hello. Yeah, label text should be symbol name and then something like symbol profit. Let's keep it really easy for now. And yeah, maybe we can round this already to a precision of 2 maybe. And then this label should now be added to our dialog here, this dialog. So what we want to do is we want to say label or dialog. Oh, wait, first of all, we have to create the label. Create the label somewhere in the chart. The name should be label plus symbol name maybe. Subwindow is 0. And then the coordinates are maybe 10, 10, and 260 and 30 or 50. And now we say dialog, I think it's add, and we can just add controls. So if we do it like this, let's just see what happens here. Profit. Oh, it's not a function, it's just a variable. Okay, like this. Okay, so if we compile this, we should hopefully see the information in the main dialog now. And this would be really, really cool. Yeah, it is kind of there, but it's all stacked on top of each other. And this is because all of these labels have the same coordinates pretty much. And that's not really perfect. So what we want to do is, instead of having them all stacked on top of each other, the easiest way to do so is to say this should be 10 plus 50 times I maybe. And this should be 50 plus 50 times I. And if I do it like this, this should take care of the y-axis and move it alongside the y-axis further down for all of the information here. Yeah, maybe 50 is a little bit too much, as we can see here. Maybe let's do 30. Wait. Yeah, like this. Then they all have the same size. So yeah, now we should see that everything is aligned pretty neatly here below each other. And yeah, so you can see this should be the sum of all of these different trades. So let's check for DE40 maybe, if all of them are in profit. Yeah, most of them are in profit, so this could be correct. I mean, I don't want to do the exact math here, but this seems to work. So you can see this is a really simple panel that now sums up all of the profits in different charts or different symbols, so to say. So this will also, of course, work if I add some more symbols here. Like some more stuff in US 30 maybe. So where is it? Here. So now we can also see the US 30 is here with a profit for the US 30. And yeah, that's pretty much how this works. So you can see in the expert journal, we still get some errors because we have a lot of undeleted objects. And this is C chart object label. I think we create a lot of labels that I do not delete. So what we should do is whenever we create new labels or before we create new labels, we should delete the old ones. So what we can do here is, I don't know, can we clear this? Can we delete, we can delete controls, but I want to empty the whole container here. Control find. There should be a function for this, right? We could just loop through all of the controls and delete them one by one. Yeah, maybe that's the easiest for now. So we just loop through the controls for int I equals dialog controls total -1, blah, blah, blah. So let's just loop through the whole dialog and find all of the controls and delete them. Dialog delete. We have to find the control first, I think, at this index and then delete it like this. Let's see if this works. I think it should. So, okay, I think the problem is that I'm deleting all of the controls in the dialog now. And instead, I just want to delete the labels. But now I also deleted the background and everything. So yeah, we kind of have to do something else. Wait, what's the class for this? I think it's a control. Oh, cwindow. Cwindow, control, dialog, control at I. And then we check control name. Does this work? Oh no, it does not. Name. If string find control name, we're searching for label. So if it's a label, we want to delete it, but everything else should stay. Yeah, now we can move it around again. So yeah, maybe it's what I'm writing here is not the super most efficient code. It's probably not, but yeah, I hope you get the idea of how to work with these panels and how to display information. And yeah, what we can also do now is add more stuff to this panel. You could, for example, add a small button here to the right side where you can then close all of the positions in this specific panel. So yeah, let's maybe do this together real quick. But first of all, I want to change the name here to not only label, but I want to have some more stuff here like IP maybe for information panel, so we can search for this here instead of searching for label, because label is a pretty generic word and it might delete some other stuff that we don't want to delete. But yeah, for now, let's go ahead and add these buttons. And to add the buttons, it's very easy. I want to have a button, so let me first include the control for this. Controls button, mqh, and then we go C button, new C button. Wait, it is button, right? Yeah, we can create buttons like this, and then we go button text. Oh, do we need a text? We don't really need text. We need a, what do we need? Yeah, for now we need nothing. We just create this button. We need an X maybe. Text is an X. And then we create this button using the same identifier here, IP. So it will also be deleted here. And then we say button plus symbol name, so it's a unique name, and then we go subwindow 0, and then X is now, let's say 300, and then Y1. Now here we need the same values as we used here, so it will be on the same in the same area pretty much in the panel, or aligned with the label. So like this. And then we also say, wait, let's move this up. We add the label and then we add the button. So now we should see a button for every one of these lines. And you can see like this is really convenient. Once you set up this label, it's super easy to kind of work with it. Or maybe, let me, I mean, I'm jumping around a bit here, but I want to make this look at least a little bit sexy. So let's maybe start by posting the button first and then make this like 50 pixels wide. Or let's make it also 30 pixels wide. And then here we go start at 50 and end at, 200 is fine. So like this, now the button should be in front of the label, so we don't have this weird space in between. There it is. And actually, no, I don't really like the size of the button. It was looking better before. But yeah, you can see you can easily play around with this. You can do so much stuff here once you set this up. And now what we want to do in the onChartEvent function, we want to check if one of our buttons was clicked. So what we want to do here is we want to say, wait, how do we do this? We just search for the S parameter, and it should be the name of the object that was clicked. Or we can say if ID was chart event click, because, wait, isn't there a object click? Yeah, object click, because there's a chart event when an object is clicked. And then we want to check if S parameter, or if we string find, if we find in the S parameter, if we find the paragraph IP button, because then we know it is one of our buttons that was clicked. And if we find one of our button was clicked, then we maybe print this first, or the S parameter at this point. So just to check if my code is working. And then we should see that whenever we click, wait, we are still leaking the objects here. Oh, the buttons are not deleted. Maybe this is still old. But yeah, as you can see, if we click the buttons, we get the correct name for the button. So what we want to do here is we say instead of doing this, we want to close all of the positions with this specific symbol. So first of all, we will have to get the symbol that we want to close. So we say string substring, and then we go with value is the S parameter, and then we go with starting position is yeah, I mean, we can just count this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's either 10 or 11. But yeah, let's just go for this and maybe just print the symbol to check if I got the correct substring from this name of the button. And yeah, it's correct. So now we just have to loop through all of the positions and close with this specific symbol. So again, it's the loop, positions total, I minus minus. Then if we find a position, we can select it, select by index. And then we can check if position symbol is equal to symbol. And if so, we want to close it. And if we want to do some trading operations, we also include the trade.mqh file. Actually, we don't have to include position info then anymore because it's part of the trade.mqh file anyways. And then we say trade position close, and we close the position with the position ticket like this. Okay, so, oh, wait. See trade. Okie dokie. So this is pretty much it. Yeah, I know, a little bit confusing this tutorial, but it is what it is. Maybe someone can take something away from it. So yeah, let's check if we can close positions. Let's say, oh, DE40 is in profit. Let's close it. So I exit, and it closes the positions. Yeah, it takes a while, but it closes the positions. And actually, it should also remove it here from the dialog, but it does not do it. So this is a little bit weird. So the program still needs some fixing, I think. But yeah, we can close, which is great. So now let's check why this is not deleted. I mean, the controls are deleted, right? Weird. Do we delete them? Print. Let's test if we reach this. Maybe let's also print the result of this. Wait. Oh, we don't get there. Control name IP. I mean, it is IP. So this should be correct. Control name. Okay, so the problem is the dialog is set up, implemented in a specific way. So this client area where we, like this light gray area where we put our objects or our controls, is actually it's a control which is part of this main dialog. And if we loop through the controls of the main dialog, we just loop through the controls of the main dialog, but not through the controls of this main area or main client area. And we would have to loop through the objects in the client area, which is super confusing. I don't know why it is implemented like this. I think it's not logical, I would say, but yeah, it is what it is. So we kind of first of all have to find the client area. So we still go through all of the controls here, but we are not searching for this here right away, but instead we search for the client area. And the client area has the name client, I think. You can also see this in your object list. There's I think it's client. Is it client back? I think it's client back. Wait, when I looked it up, I think it was just client, but let's have a look. So here, you can read about all of this in this MQH file, but it's a little bit confusing if you never worked with it before. So there's the CF dialog. Create. Wait, it's up here, I think. Yeah, create client area. This is where I want to look. So here, you can see the name. It should be client, just not client background, which is a bit confusing here. Why does it say client back here? Okay, this is another. Okay, it's confusing. It's another object, but for us it is important to just find this client area here, and we saw the name. It should be client, as we saw here in this dialog file. Oh wait, where was it? Here. The name is, it contains the word client. So if we search for this and if we find it here, we then want to delete everything in this specific client pretty much. So we can say the client should be a, wait, where's my dialog? So if we see here again, if we search for this function again where we create this client area. There it is. Client area, we can see the M client area is C window client. So we pretty much know that we can typecast it to this specific type. So we can say C window client, and then we typecast it here. Wait, let's rename this, control. So like this. And then we loop through this again. Oh, J minus minus. And now we delete everything in the client area. So we can say client delete client control at index J. Yeah, I mean, let's also print the name here. Client control at J name. Let's see if this works better now. Oh, invalid pointer. Okay, it does not. 6226. Oh yeah, of course. After deleting it, we cannot access it anymore. So we have to change the order here. So yeah, let's just close this and run it in a new chart. So yeah, now we get the correct words and okay, should make sure. Yeah, we still have to check for this IP, otherwise we delete everything. So if string find client control j name contains the word or these words IP greater -1, then we want to delete. Otherwise, we don't want to delete. Okay, I know, super confusing, and I probably lost like 90% of everyone watching this, but I mean, yeah, that's how it is. I don't really work with this controls library too often, so I'm always confused from time to time and have to look things up. But now, yeah, it should be better, and we should see that if we now open some more new trades here, it should be added to this to the panel. Like whatever I add here, it should not matter, and it should be added to our info panel. And then if I go ahead and wait, where is it? Hello, info panel. There it is. Yeah, I don't know. It automatically becomes minimized if you switch to a different window. Yeah, this is also somewhere in the controls library. You could change this, fix this if you work yourself into the library, but it's a bit confusing. And yeah, I usually keep the native libraries as they are, even though they sometimes are not perfect in my opinion. So yeah, what I want to show you, if I now close, for example, USD Japanese yen, it is deleted from this dialog. And yeah, so you can see so far this program is now working as I wanted it to work. And you could add so much more stuff. Like some ideas that I had were adding a button to move all the positions to the break-even level, for example, with just one click. So you can see this is kind of powerful if you like this style of working with these panels. I mean, this is a lot of it's not completely automated. It's semi-automated, I would say, but some people prefer this way of trading because they don't want to give all of their control away, even though it's an illusion that you have control or better control than you would have if you work only with EAs. But yeah, this is how you can work with these dialogues and how you can use them. And yeah, let me show you the code one more time. I know it's a bit confusing, but maybe you just want to copy it and then go through it again a little bit slower and try to understand it step by step. Yeah, sorry for this confusing tutorial. I don't know what came into my mind doing this. But yeah, you can see we just include a bunch of stuff, created this C symbol class with a compare method because we kind of have to sort this or the array that we create later on. Because otherwise we would create more and more of these C symbol objects and not just update the existing ones. Then we create the app dialog, create it, we run it. Yeah, we deinitialize it in the onDinit. In the onTick, we update all of this stuff. And this would be more logical in the onTimer function, I think. But yeah, you can change it if you like. So here I create this array where I want to store all the symbols and update the profit. Here, this is again important to sort it. Otherwise, we cannot really search for specific symbols in this array. Then I loop through all of the positions, select all of them, create a new C symbol object variable or a pointer to this. Pointer. Is it a pointer variable? I'm not good with these formal terms because I never really studied software engineering. But yeah, I think you get what I mean. I create this pointer, which is just it just points to a specific area in the memory of your PC also. It's similar to a variable, but the implementation is a little different. And then we update the symbol name. We search for this symbol in our symbols array. If we don't find it, we insert the new symbol. If we find it already, we delete the pointer here, because otherwise we will have this memory leak again. And then we update the symbol variable with the already existing symbol pointer in the symbols array at index. And then we update the profit. Then here in the next loop, we go through all of the controls in the dialog. We search for the client area, which has the name client. If we find the client area, we have to typecast it so we can loop through the next array, because it also is a container for all of the objects in the client area. And then in the client area, we want to delete all of the objects that we created before, or that we create with this marker as the first few letters, which is IP for information panel. And then in the next step, we just go through all of the symbols again in our symbol array. We select every single symbol pretty much, and then we create a button and a label in our dialog for all of these symbols. And then in the onChart event function, just make sure that our dialog reacts to chart events. And here we check if one of our buttons was clicked, so we can then easily close all of the positions with just one button click. And that's it. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think, and let me know at which point I lost you in the video, and if you have some more questions about it. I mean, I cannot explain like all of these controls, classes and stuff. It would be a lot to do. I mean, I could, but I did it already in my complete programming course, which you can find in the description. So if you want to learn more, you should check it out. And if not, that's also fine. Thanks for watching. Have a great time. Good trades.